day is done now. You have made it all the way here. For a moment, notice that. You arrived. You got through every hour, every task, every small demand that was placed on you. And now, finally, you are allowed to rest. Let this be a soft place to land. Nothing sharp, nothing urgent. Just a gentle space where you do not have to try so hard. Begin by feeling the simple fact of being here. The way your body is supported, maybe by a bed or a couch or favorite chair. Notice how something beneath you is quietly holding your weight without asking for anything in return. You do not have to hold yourself up right now. You can let go just a little. Let your shoulders ease down as if they are finally allowed to stop pretending to be strong. Let your jaw loosen, the tongue resting softly, the muscles of your face relaxing out of their daytime expressions. Nothing needs to be perfect in this moment. Not your thoughts, not your feelings, not your body. Everything can be exactly as it is. If there is a sigh waiting in your chest, you might allow it to come. A slow breath in and a longer breath out. Like the air is gently brushing past the inside of your ribs, smoothing out the rough edges of the day. All the conversations, the decisions, the things you did and did not do. They can stand off to the side now. They do not have to disappear. They simply do not need your hands on them anymore. You are off duty. For this time, you are not responsible for fixing anything. Not for anyone else. Not even for yourself. In this quiet, you are allowed to be unfinished. You are allowed to be uncertain. You are allowed to simply exist, without making yourself into anything more or less than you already are. Notice the gentle rhythm of your breathing, the rise and fall, the in and out. Nothing forced, just the body doing what it knows how to do. As you feel the breath, you might imagine that each exhale is like setting down a heavy bag. You do not have to list what is inside. You simply feel the weight leaving your hands, sliding away from your shoulders, resting on the floor, where you do not have to carry it. If your mind is still busy, that is all right. The thoughts may keep moving for a while, like cars on a distant road. You do not have to stop them. Just notice that they are farther away now, that you are not standing in the middle of the traffic anymore. Here, you are safe enough to pause, safe enough to take up space, safe enough to let your breath be slow and unhurried. If the day felt heavy, you do not need to explain why. If it felt disappointing or lonely or simply too much, you do not have to make sense of it right now. You made it through. That is already more than enough. You do not have to earn this rest. It is not a reward for doing well. It is a birthright. It belongs to you simply because you are here, breathing, being human. Notice how it feels to hear that nothing needs to be improved right now. You are not a project. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a living, feeling being, allowed to be exactly as you are in this moment. If part of you is still braced for the next thing, gently let that part know that it can stand down. There is no next thing, no next task. Just this soft stretch of time where you do not have to move toward anything. Let your attention drift slowly through your body, not with analysis, just with a quiet curiosity. The weight of your legs, the way your feet rest, perhaps growing a little warmer, a little heavier, the curve of your back, supported from below. Any place that feels tight or tired is not wrong. It is simply asking to be noticed. You might send a slow, kind breath toward that place, and as you breathe out, imagine a little more softness spreading there. All day, you may have been measuring yourself against expectations, against other people, against invisible standards in your mind. Here, those measurements do not matter. The tape, the scale, the quiet comparisons. They can all be set quietly on a shelf for now. They can wait somewhere outside this room while you sink into a kinder space inside yourself. In this quiet, who you are is already enough. Not the version that is productive, not the version that pleases others. Just the simple, breathing, feeling you that is here under the layers of effort. You are enough with the dishes still in the sink. You are enough with messages unopened, with plans not finished, with thoughts still tangled. You are enough when you feel strong, and enough when you feel fragile. Nothing about this moment makes you less. Let that knowing settle into you like a warm blanket, not loud, not dramatic, just a soft, steady warmth that says, you do not have to try to be worthy, you already are. If emotions rise up as you hear this, that is okay too. Tiredness, relief, a small ache that has been waiting to be noticed. They can all be here. You are not too much for this space. You are not a burden here. Every part of you is allowed to sit down and rest. Feel how the air meets your skin. Maybe it is cool against your cheeks, warm under the covers, steady and calm. Feel how gravity holds you in place, as if the earth itself is quietly saying, stay, rest, I've got you. You do not have to pay attention perfectly. Your mind can drift in and out. Words can come and go like gentle waves, washing over you. Nothing is required of you. With each breath, the edge of the day softens a little more. The stories of what went wrong, what could have been different, grow quieter. They can wait for daylight, if they still need attention then. For now, you are allowed to step out of the story and simply be. Notice how it feels to give yourself this kindness, to say, even without words, I'm allowed to rest. I am allowed to stop. I am allowed to be exactly as I am. Let this softness reach places that have not relaxed in a long time. The part of you that always worries, the part that always plans, the part that feels it must always hold everything together. One by one, they can loosen their grip. They can curl up in a quiet corner of your heart and fall gently asleep. You do not have to stand guard over the whole world. Tonight you only have to be here. Breath moving, body resting, thoughts floating slowly past, like clouds in a dim evening sky. This is a gentle landing after a long flight through the day. You are on the ground now, safe enough to unclench your hands, safe enough to close your eyes a little deeper. Nothing to chase, nothing to prove, nothing missing from you in this moment. Let yourself sink just a bit more into the support beneath you. Trust it to hold what you have been holding. Trust it to carry your weight so you do not have to anymore. And as you lie here, simply breathing, feel the quiet truth settling in. You are here. You are safe enough for now. You are already quietly, completely enough, just as you are. Let that knowing rest with you as everything grows softer, quieter, slower, and the night gently wraps itself around you. The day is slowly loosening its grip now. The edges of things are softening. Sounds grow a little quieter. The light in the room turns gentler as evening settles around you like a warm, familiar blanket. Notice the way the air feels on your skin. A little cooler, perhaps. A little more still, as if the whole space is quietly agreeing that it is time to slow down, to do less, to simply be here. You have carried a lot today. Conversations, tasks, small decisions, tiny worries, things that asked for your attention, your care, your effort. Some of them important, some of them not. But all of them sitting on your shoulders, in your thoughts, in the background of your mind. For a moment, sense the weight of that. Not to judge it, and not to fix anything. Just to admit, kindly, that today has been a lot. Even if others cannot see how much you have held, your body knows. Your mind knows. Imagine you are standing just inside the doorway of your evening. Behind you, the long hallway of the day. In front of you, a quiet, softly lit room. Waiting. This room is simple, peaceful, and safe. Nothing in here needs anything from you. Beside the place where you rest, picture a soft container. It might be a basket, a gentle box, a folded cloth, or something you cannot quite name. Whatever shape it takes, it feels warm and welcoming. It feels steady and kind. It is here to hold what you have been holding. You do not need to sort through everything at once. You do not need to understand each piece. One by one, or all together in loose handfuls, the details of the day can be set down. They are allowed to rest too. Begin with one small thing, a moment that is still circling in your thoughts. Maybe a sentence someone spoke, maybe something you said or didn't say. Gently imagine placing that moment into the container beside you. As you set it down, feel how your mind loosens around it, like fingers releasing the handle of a heavy bag. The story is still there, but it no longer needs to be gripped so tightly. You have touched it, acknowledged it, and now it can wait. You can let that go now. Another memory from the day appears. Perhaps a task left unfinished, or something you wish had gone differently. You might feel a quick tightening in your chest, or in your stomach, as you think of it. That is all right. That tightening is just your body trying to protect you. Offer this moment the same gentle care. Picture yourself lifting it, as if it were a soft piece of cloth, slightly dusty from being dragged through the hours. You fold it once, kindly, and lay it in the container. It is safely held now. You do not have to fix it tonight. Notice your shoulders. They may have been raised almost without you knowing. Imagine brushing your hands lightly over them, as if dusting off fine grains of sand. Whatever you picked up through the day, whatever settled on you without your consent, can be brushed away now. With each slow breath out, feel a little more of that weight falling from your shoulders. Tiny grains of worry, thin threads of effort. They drift down and disappear into the quiet of the room. You can let that go now. Around you, the light continues to soften. The corners of the room grow gentler, blurrier, as if evening itself is exhaling. You are not expected to be bright or sharp now. You are allowed to fade into comfort, the way the day fades into night. Notice the fabric against your body, the bedding, your clothing, the surface holding you. Hear in your imagination the soft rustle as the day is taken off, as if every layer of effort were a garment you no longer need to wear. You might imagine unbuttoning your responsibilities, one by one. The roles you play today, the face you showed to the world. Quietly, without hurry, these begin to slip away, like a coat falling from your shoulders and landing on a waiting chair. Feel the difference between on and off, between bracing yourself and simply resting your weight. Your body knows how to shift into ease when it is given permission. Here, now, that permission is complete. If thoughts try to rush in again, that is natural. The mind is used to turning things over, keeping watch, staying busy. You do not need to argue with it. Just notice each thought as another small item you have been carrying. Maybe it is a plan for tomorrow. Maybe it is a replay of something from earlier. Gently gather it up in your awareness and place it in the soft container. You are not throwing it away. You are simply putting it somewhere safe for the night. Imagine how the container feels as it begins to hold more of your day. Comfortable, capable, like a trusted friend standing quietly beside the bed, saying, "I'll look after these for you. You do not have to watch over them anymore." As more of the day settles in that space, the room around you grows a little more spacious. Your inner world opens up like a window cracking to let in cool evening air. There is room now for stillness, room for quiet, room for you without all the doing. Your breath may already be slower. If you like, let the inhale be gentle and natural. Let the exhale be a touch longer, as if your whole body is sighing. With that lengthening out breath, something in you loosens and drops away. You can let that go now. Notice any last small bits of the day clinging to you. Perhaps the echo of a screen, the memory of a sound or a face or a list. You do not need to push them out. Just see them as if from a distance and nod to them kindly. Then picture yourself setting them down just for tonight. They can rest in that soft container too. Everything has a place to be held. Nothing is lost. Nothing is urgent here. Feel how it is when nothing more is required of you. Not your answers, not your energy, not your productivity, your cleverness or your strength. In this quiet room, your worth is not being measured. You are already enough simply by being here. The day has done what it could. You have done what you could with the light and strength you had. It does not need to be perfect to be complete. It is allowed to end exactly as it is. Sense the boundary between today and the soft dark of rest. Like a doorway you can lean against, supported on both sides. Behind you, the hallway of the day grows dim. Its sounds fading. Ahead of you, only calm, open space. If anything tries to pull you back into the brightness of doing, you can gently say, "Not now, not tonight." Those things will be there in the morning, waiting in the container, safe and undamaged. For now, they are not your job. Right now, your only task is to be here, breathing, resting, held by the quiet. The room settles. Your body settles. Thoughts loosen and drift, like clouds moving across a darkening sky. Nothing to chase, nothing to catch up on, nothing to prove. Just this soft, slow unfolding of the evening around you. Feel how the weight of the day is no longer on your shoulders, no longer in your hands. It sits, calmly gathered beside your bed, watched over by the gentle silence of the room. You are free to sink down into this moment, down into the warmth beneath you, down into the softness that supports you without asking anything in return. Down into the quiet place where effort ends and rest begins. Stay with this feeling of having set everything down, safe, contained, far enough away that you can truly pause. And as the night deepens, let your awareness grow softer too, like a light being slowly dimmed, thoughts thinning out, breath flowing in an easy rhythm, the body growing heavier, quieter, more at peace. Nothing else is needed now. You have arrived at the gentle edge of sleep, with the day resting quietly beside you, and you, at last, allowed simply to rest. The day is fading now, softening at the edges. Nothing is urgent here. Nothing is loud. Just this quiet space. Just this soft, slow moment that belongs only to you. Notice how your body is resting right now. The way it touches the bed or the chair. The pull of gravity holding you without asking anything in return. You do not need to hold yourself up anymore. You are already being held. Now, without forcing anything, become aware of your breathing, the gentle rise and fall that has been here all along. You do not need to change it. Simply notice it, like watching a small, steady light in the dark. Inhale and exhale. A quiet wave moving in, a quiet wave drifting out. Imagine a small candle in front of you, the room around it dim and peaceful. The flame is calm, not flickering wildly, just swaying a little with the air. Each time you breathe in, the flame leans toward you, warm and kind. Each time you breathe out, it relaxes back to center, steady and sure. Let your breath be as natural as that little movement. Softly in, softly out. Nothing to perform, nothing to perfect. As you breathe in, notice the air arriving, cool or warm against the nostrils, moving down through the throat, gently expanding the chest, the ribs, perhaps the belly. As you breathe out, feel the soft release, the gentle emptying, the slight fall of the chest, the weight of your body settling just a little more. You do not need to prove anything to this breath. It is already on your side, already giving itself to you over and over again. If your breathing feels shallow, that is all right. If it feels deep, that is all right too. Whatever it is right now is completely enough. Let the next inhale be a quiet receiving, as if the air itself were kindness flowing in, filling the chest with a soft, warm light. And let the next exhale be a gentle release, as if the air were carrying away a small weight, without any effort from you, just drifting out, a little bit of strain leaving with it. Inhale, receiving. Exhale, releasing. Feel how simple that is, how nothing extra is required. You may notice thoughts still moving, like people walking quickly down a street. Plans, worries, questions about today, about tomorrow. They are allowed to pass through. Your breath does not argue with them. It just keeps moving, quietly, in and out. Bring your attention back to that candle flame. See how it stays lit, no matter what your thoughts are doing. Gently leaning as you inhale. Softly settling back as you exhale. Your worth is like that flame, steady, present, unmoved by the rush around it. Breathing in, feel the warmth of the candle moving toward you, as if it were offering comfort. Breathing out, feel it return to center, reminding you that balance is possible. Notice the breath down in the belly now. Maybe the belly rises a little as you breathe in. Maybe it softens as you breathe out. Allow the belly to be soft. No need to hold it in. No need to make it look any particular way. With every inhale, the belly is allowed to expand gently. With every exhale, it is allowed to fall, to loosen, to let go. You are allowed to rest inside each inhale and each exhale. To lean into them, the way you might lean into a soft pillow. If a part of you still feels rushed, still trying to do a little more, meet that part with kindness. Let the inhale say to it softly, I see you. Let the exhale say, you can rest now. Inhale, I see you. Exhale, you can rest now. Feel how the chest and the belly move together. The upper body rising, falling, like a small boat on a gentle lake. No waves, just a slow, easy rocking. Now imagine that calm pool of water, still and clear in front of you, the surface almost glassy. Each breath creates the slightest ripple. Inhale, and a small circle of movement appears. Exhale, and the circle flows outward and softens. After a while, the ripples begin to fade. The water grows clearer again, the sky above it reflected calmly on the surface. Your mind can be like this pool. Thoughts might arrive like tiny stones falling in, but with each easy breath, the ripples settle. Clarity returns on its own time. You do not have to force the water to be still. You do not have to force your mind to be still. Just let the ripples come and let them fade. As you breathe in, picture the pool gently brightening, light reaching down into the water. As you breathe out, see any cloudiness slowly sinking away, dissolving. Inhale, the pool becomes a little clearer. Exhale, the surface grows a little calmer. Notice how the body feels as you imagine this. Perhaps the forehead softens a bit, the jaw loosens, the tongue rests more heavily in the mouth. If you like, you might let the shoulders drop just a fraction. Nothing dramatic, just an invitation to release what they no longer need to carry. Breathing in, the shoulders are simply noticed. Breathing out, they are gently invited to soften. You do not need to do enough to earn this softening. It is already yours, already here, in the simple act of breathing. Feel the breath in the ribs now. The sides of the body widening a little on the inhale, returning on the exhale, like doors quietly opening and closing. Every inhale is a small opening to kindness. Every exhale a soft closing around safety. Inhale, I am allowed to receive. Exhale, I am allowed to let go. Notice the back of the body too, the places that press into the surface beneath you. With each exhale, imagine the back sinking a little further into support. You do not have to hold yourself up from the back. You can hand that job to the bed, the chair, the earth. The breath moves through the whole body now. Not just the chest, not just the belly. The whole body gently breathing. Imagine that with each inhale, the entire body receives a soft wave of kindness from the crown of the head, down through the neck and shoulders, through the chest and arms, the belly and hips, the legs and feet. With each exhale, that same body releases tiny grains of strain, little pieces of self-criticism, tension, pressure. They do not need to stay. They are free to go. You do not need to be better at relaxing. You do not need to be calmer than you are. The way you are breathing right now is enough. The way you are being right now is enough. If thoughts arise that say, I should have done more today, meet them with a breath. Inhale, receiving kindness toward that thought. Exhale, letting the sharpness of it drift away, even just a little. Inhale, I made it through this day. Exhale, that is already enough. Notice again the candle flame and the quiet pool. The flame steady, warm, patient. The pool calm, its ripples fading. These gentle images can stay with you, or they can glide away. There is no right way to rest here. Your breath will keep moving, whether you think about it or not. For now, simply float on this rhythm. Breathing in, feeling the body receive. Breathing out, feeling the body release. Each inhale is a small homecoming. Each exhale, a soft letting go. You are allowed to be exactly as you are in this moment. No improvements needed, no fixing, no striving. Just this slow, kind breathing. Just this simple, quiet enoughness. Gently holding you as you drift deeper into rest and into the soft silence waiting beyond the words. Evening has grown quiet now. The day is loosening its hold. All the noise, all the shoulds and have-tos are beginning to fall away. Somewhere just beyond the edges of thought, a safe little place is waiting for you. A place made only for rest, only for softness, only for you. Imagine stepping toward that place now. You do not have to rush. Nothing is chasing you here. Each step is slow, unhurried, almost like a gentle glide. The world behind you grows dim and far away, as if it is placing itself at a distance for the night. Ahead, a warm, quiet glow begins to appear. Not bright, not sharp. A soft, amber light, like the last light of evening resting in the air. The closer you come, the more you can feel it wrap around you like a gentle blanket of warmth. You arrive at the entrance to your own private sanctuary. It might be a small cabin tucked among trees, with branches leaning close in a protective hush. It might be a cozy room, curtains drawn, the outside world softened to a gentle murmur. It might be a quiet nook near the sea at twilight, with only the faint hush of distant waves. Notice how right it feels, whatever shape it has taken for you. Pause here for a moment, just outside. Feel the difference between out there and in here. Out there, the day, with all its demands and judgments and tasks. In here, only kindness, only enoughness, only rest. As you step inside, the air itself seems softer. It meets your skin like warm silk. The light is dim and low, free of any glare, free of any harsh edges. Shadows are gentle and round, like quiet hands cupped around a candle. Close the door behind you in your mind. Hear the faint click or the soft slide that tells you the world is on the other side now. Nothing from the day can follow you in here. Not voices, not screens, not expectations. They all stay outside, losing their shape, fading into distance. Let your attention wander slowly through this space. Notice what's under your feet. Maybe a thick, warm rug that accepts your weight with a soft sigh. Maybe smooth wooden boards, just slightly warm from the day. Maybe cool stone that feels clean and steady beneath you. Whatever you feel, it supports you fully, with no effort on your part. The air carries a gentle scent. It might be a hint of wood and earth, like a forest just after rain. It might be a whisper of clean cotton, or a light, calming fragrance you love. Nothing strong, nothing sharp. Just enough to remind your body that this place is safe, and it is yours. Notice the sounds here, how quiet they are. A curtain shifting softly as it breathes with the distant night air. Branches outside brushing lightly together, like a soothing rhythm. Maybe a low, steady hum in the background, so soft that you feel it more than you hear it. All sounds are muted, rounded, kind. In this sanctuary, nothing is urgent. Nothing is required of you. You are not being watched. You are not being judged. You are simply allowed to be. Somewhere in this peaceful space, there is a place prepared for you to lie down. Move toward it at your own lazy pace. You might see a wide bed, layered with soft blankets, pillows that hold your head just right. Or perhaps a deep cushioned couch by a window, or a snug little nest of blankets and pillows on the floor. Whatever appears feels exactly right for your body in this moment. Reach out and touch where you will rest. Feel the texture beneath your fingers, smooth or gently textured, warm or cool and welcoming you to sink in. This surface has been waiting just for you, ready to hold all of your weight without complaint. Ease yourself down now, slowly, carefully, as if the whole space was supporting every small movement. Let your body find the most comfortable position. No need to be proper or neat. This is your hidden place. You can sprawl, you can curl, you can sink deeply into softness. As you settle, notice how the cushions, the mattress, or the blankets rise up to meet you. They do the work. You do not have to try to relax. You are being relaxed, gently, by the way you are held. Your back, your shoulders, your hips, your legs, all supported, cradled, accepted. The light in the room seems to dim just a little more, the way evening slowly leans into night. Edges blur further, corners soften. Everything becomes simpler, quieter, kinder. Here, It is completely safe to rest, safe to stop performing, safe to stop proving anything. In this sanctuary, your worth is not up for debate. It is steady and unquestioned, like the ground beneath you. Feel how good it is to be unseen for a while. Not hidden in a lonely way, but gently tucked away, like something precious placed in a soft box. You are allowed to go off duty. The role you play in the world can rest on a hook by the door, waiting for morning if you want it back then. Notice any last bits of tension your body is holding without trying to fix them. Just let them know they are welcome here too. This place does not demand perfection. It welcomes you exactly as you are, tight spots, tender spots, tired thoughts and all. The air on your face is a comfortable temperature, not too warm, not too cool. Just right for drifting, for dozing, for letting awareness grow soft at the edges. Each breath moves slowly in, slowly out. Calm, easy, unforced. As you breathe, imagine the sanctuary itself breathing with you. The curtains sway with your exhale. The branches outside settle with your inhale. The whole space joins your rhythm, creating a quiet, steady lullaby that has no words, only calm. If any thought from the day tries to wander in, picture it pausing at the edge of this room. There is a gentle boundary here, soft but firm. Thoughts can wait outside, leaning against the wall like bags you set down when you come home. They will still be there if you ever want them again. For now, they are not needed. Inside this sanctuary, the only thing that matters is that you are here. Breathing, resting, being held. You do not have to earn this. You do not have to deserve it. It is simply yours. Feel how the weight of covers or blankets, real or imagined, presses gently around you. Not heavy, just reassuring. Like a kind hand resting over your back. Like a quiet voice saying, "You are safe now. You are safe. You are safe." Let that sense of safety move slowly through you, across your forehead, around your eyes, through your jaw, your neck, your chest, down your arms, into your hands and fingers, down through your stomach, your hips, your legs, all the way to your toes. Every part of you invited to soften just a little more. Time moves differently here. Minutes stretch and smooth out. Nothing is late, nothing is early. The only time that exists is this gentle, unhurried now, where you are resting in your own quiet shelter. You are completely held by the softness beneath you, by the hush around you, by the warmth that wraps you like a glow. Nothing to fix, nothing to improve. You are already enough for this moment, exactly as you are. If you like, imagine a faint, warm light resting right at the center of your chest. Not bright, just a small, steady glow. It represents the simple truth that you are worthy just by being here. With each breath, that glow remains calm and constant, no matter what the day held. Stay with this feeling of being unseen and deeply safe, hidden from pressure, hidden from judgment, known only to this sanctuary that understands how tired you are and how much you have carried. Let your thoughts drift the way curtains drift in a soft breeze. They move, they change shape, and then they float away again. You do not have to grab them or follow them. You can just rest here, in the space between them. Sink a little deeper into where you are lying. Trust that this sanctuary can hold all of you, your body, your mind, your feelings. Nothing is too much for this space. Nothing about you is too much here. Breath by breath, the outside world fades further. The only reality for now is this warm, gentle, quiet place. Your own evening sanctuary, wrapped around you like the softest night. And as everything grows softer and quieter, you can simply stay here, safe, softer, held, drifting slowly toward the deep, peaceful rest that has been waiting for you all along. The day is done now. Nothing more is being asked of you in this moment. Feel the simple truth of where you are. A body lying down, breath moving in and out, the weight of you supported, held. Notice how tiredness is already here, not as a problem to solve, not as something to fight, just a quiet, honest message from your body. You have carried yourself through another day, through thoughts and choices, through movement and effort, through caring, even in small, invisible ways. For a moment, picture a well-used pair of shoes by a door, scuffed a little at the sides, the laces loose, relaxed. They have walked many steps. They have done enough for today. No one expects those shoes to keep going. No one tells them to push through, to do one more mile. They get to rest by the door. They get to simply be quiet and still. Your body is like that now, well used by the day, softening by the door of sleep, allowed to stop. You might notice the familiar habit of resisting this feeling, thoughts that say you should not be this tired, or that you did not do enough to earn rest, thoughts that tug you away from ease. You do not have to argue with those thoughts. Let them pass like people walking by outside. They can come and go. You do not need to go with them. Come back gently to your feet. Sense them from the inside, the heaviness or tingling, the way they sink into the bed or the blanket. Imagine your feet as those well-used shoes by the door. They have carried you through every hallway and street, every errand, every small task, every moment of standing. They have done enough. Allow a soft wave of permission to move through your feet. Permission to be tired. Permission to ache a little. Permission to stop holding everything up. Feel that softness travel into your ankles and lower legs, the calves that have pushed you forward all day, the shins that have held you upright. They are allowed to sag, to grow heavy, to rest. Notice any small urge to tighten or brace, as if you still have to be ready to stand, to move, to respond. Quietly, inside, you might say, not now. Now is for resting. Let the knees relax, as if a gentle hand has unlatched them. The joints do not need to be ready to bend or straighten on command. They can simply float in stillness, loose, safe, unneeded. Move your awareness up into the thighs, these strong muscles that stepped, climbed, sat, and stood for you. They might hold tension, or dull soreness, or just a sense of weight. Whatever you notice is welcome. Your tiredness is allowed here. This is not a weakness. It is a clear, honest sign that you have lived another day in this body, that you have tried in your own way. Let your hips settle more deeply into the bed, as if the whole day is sliding off your pelvis and into the mattress. No need to hold your stomach in. No need to arrange yourself perfectly. However you are lying is enough. However you feel is enough. This body, exactly as it is tonight, is enough. Sense the slow curve of your spine, from the base of your back all the way up to the neck. Each small bone has helped you sit, twist, reach, and turn. It has carried your head like a careful foundation. Imagine your spine resting like a field after harvest. The work of the season completed. The rows once full, now quiet and open under the evening sky. Nothing more to grow in this moment. The field is not empty in a sad way. It is peaceful. It has given what it could for now, and it is allowed to lie still and bare, recovering in the dusk. Your back is like that field. The muscles may feel used, tired from holding you upright. They get to lie open and quiet now. Sense the back of your ribs easing outward with each breath, very gently. A slow, spreading softness as air moves in, and a sinking, settling as air moves out. Notice your chest, this place that can tighten with worry or effort. See if it can loosen, just a little. Even the smallest shift is enough. You do not need to be bright or energetic here. You do not need to impress anyone, not even yourself. Rest does not have to be earned. Rest is simply what a tired body needs. Feel your shoulders, where so much effort hides. The slight lift toward the ears, the quiet clenching. Allow them to drop, even a millimeter, to be held by the bed instead of holding the world. Perhaps imagine taking off a heavy bag you carried all day. You set it down beside you. You do not open it. You do not sort through it. You simply let it rest on the floor, for now. Your shoulders can be like that. No longer wearing the weight of tasks, roles, expectations. They can be ordinary shoulders again. Soft, low, unburdened. Travel slowly down your arms, upper arms, elbows, forearms, hands. So many small actions lived here today. Typing, lifting, reaching, touching. Feel the tiredness in your hands, if it is there. The way they relax when they realize they do not need to grasp or hold. Fingers loosening, palms soft, as though they have set everything down. This body has carried you through another day. Through every single moment, whether you noticed or not. It has stayed with you, faithfully. It has not asked for perfection, only care. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your breath again, as if the breath itself is nodding in agreement. Yes, it says, enough for today. Bring attention now to your neck and throat. Any tightness from words spoken or swallowed, from things you wanted to say, or from all the ways you stayed quiet. Imagine a soft, warm scarf around your throat. No pressure, just comfort. The muscles there unwinding, lengthening, letting go. You are safe to be silent now. Finally, come to your face. So many expressions lived here through the day. Smiles, frowns, concentration, concern. Let the mask of the day slide away. Ease the space between your eyebrows. Allow your eyelids to feel heavy and warm. Your jaw can unhook, teeth gently apart. The tongue can rest, soft and broad in the mouth. If any part of you is still trying to stay awake and ready, you might quietly say inside, it is all right to be tired. It is safe to stop now. Your tiredness is allowed. It is not a failure. It is a natural, trustworthy signal, a sign that you have lived, tried, and cared in your own way today. Like the field after harvest, you are allowed to lie open and still. Nothing more to do in this moment, nothing to fix or improve. Just this breath, and then the next. Notice again the whole length of your body, from the tips of the toes to the top of the head, held by the bed, held by gravity, held by the quiet of this night. You are not falling behind by resting. You are not wasting time by lying here. This is part of being alive, part of being human. With each exhale, feel yourself sink a little deeper, into the mattress, into the darkness behind your closed eyes, into the simple truth that this is enough. Nothing more is required. You have done what you could today. Now the body gets to be tired. Now the body gets to rest. Stay close to the softness around you, to the rhythm of your breathing, to the gentle weight of your limbs. Let all of it be exactly as it is. And as you drift, you can let even these words fade until only the quiet remains and the steady, calming sense of having done enough for one day. The day is slowly dimming behind you now. All its sounds and colors, all its movement and effort are beginning to soften at the edges. Here, in this quieter place, the body can start to loosen. The breath can spread out a little. Nothing needs to be rushed. Nothing needs to be held together. As the body settles, the mind may still be busy. Small scenes from the day may appear and replay. A conversation, a message you sent or didn't send, something you wish you had said differently, something that felt unfinished. Tasks may line up in neat little rows in your thoughts. What you did, what you didn't do, what you hope you'll manage tomorrow. Sometimes they speak loudly. Sometimes they whisper, just enough to pull at your attention. There might be a moment that stings a little when it shows up. An awkward pause, a small mistake, a feeling you weren't sure what to do with at the time. These moments have a way of returning at night, hoping to be solved. And yet, in this gentle space, there is nothing you must solve, nothing you must fix or perfect before you sleep. Each story from today can be allowed to be exactly as it is, no more, no less. It happened. It passed through you. And now it can rest. Imagine the day as a book lying open beside you. The pages are full of faces, words, plans, and little details. You recognize so many of them. You lived them. You carried them. See your hand resting near that book, relaxed and unhurried. You do not have to read another page tonight. You do not have to go back and edit the words or rearrange the scenes. The story of today has already been written. With an easy breath, picture the cover of that book beginning to close. Not with force, not with a snap, just a soft, slow folding. The pages draw together, one after another, like a quiet exhale. As the book closes, the sounds of the day grow more distant. Voices fade into a gentle murmur. The rush of tasks becomes a soft background hush. You are here, and the story of today can rest over there. Some pages may try to stay open. A memory may lift its corner and ask for just one more look. Notice it without turning the page. You might simply think, I see you. Not now. And with another slow breath, the page settles back down, eased by your softness. You do not have to argue with any of these stories. You do not have to push them away. They are allowed to exist. They just do not have to cling to you tonight. Now, imagine that every story from the day is written on a small light piece of paper, not heavy, not sharp. Just a simple sheet, easy to fold. Each paper holds a scene, a feeling, a task, a wish. You gently fold the first one into a tiny boat. Careful, but not tense. The paper responds to your touch, creasing and shaping with ease. Inside that little boat is a single story from today, nothing more. Ahead of you, there is a slow, quiet river. The water moves with a soft, unhurried flow. No rush, no rapids. Just an easy, steady current, like a long, deep breath stretched out over time. You lean toward this river in your imagination and place the first paper boat on its surface. It rests there for a moment, almost weightless. Then, with the smallest movement of water, it begins to drift, away from your hands, away from the shore. Watch it float just a little farther. You can still see it, so you know where it is. You are not losing it. You are simply allowing it to move to a place where it doesn't press so close to your mind. Another story steps forward inside you. Perhaps a task you didn't finish, a message you meant to answer. Fold it gently into the next small boat. No judgment, no hurry. Set this boat on the river as well. It joins the quiet procession, moving slowly alongside the first. They bob and sway together, the water carrying them with a steady kindness. You do not have to steer. You do not have to watch them all the way. The river knows how to hold them. Thought by thought, story by story, more little boats appear. A look someone gave you. A choice you second-guessed. Something you handled well but didn't stop to appreciate. Each one is allowed a boat of its own. Fold, place, release. You are not throwing anything away. You're allowing these stories to rest where they no longer tug at your body. They can drift into a softer distance, where they have space to settle on their own. Some stories feel heavier than others. They might resist being folded. They might say, "We are too important to set down." Notice the weight of them and meet it with warmth. You could say quietly inside, "I know you're here." You don't have to be solved tonight. Even the heaviest story can sit in a boat for a while. Even the strongest feeling can float on the surface of this slow, safe river. You are not denying it. You are simply letting it be held by something larger than your own tired hands. As more boats drift away, the space around you feels calmer. The air inside your chest has more room. Your breath moves in and out with less effort. Thoughts may still arrive, but they do not stay as long. They know there is a river waiting. You are not measured by how neatly your boats are folded. You are not measured by how many stories you resolve before sleep. Your worth is not a list to be checked off. It is not the sum of your tasks, your words, or your perfect endings. You are enough even with unfinished pages. You are enough even with questions still unanswered. You are allowed to rest in the middle of the story, with threads still loose. The day can fold itself closed while you sleep. Feel how it is to let the day do that on its own. The book of today lying gently shut. The river carrying its paper boats through the soft dark. Nothing is demanded of you in this moment. If another scene rises up, you recognize it more quickly now. You know what to do. This too can be a boat. This too can be placed on the kind, slow water. You do not have to go with it. You may stay here on the quiet shore. Notice the surface beneath your body, fully supporting your weight. Notice how very little is being asked of you right now. Breath moving in, breath moving out. That is enough. Any story that still lingers can rest at the edge, like a closed book on a bedside table. It will be there tomorrow if it truly needs your care. For now it can sleep, just as you are beginning to sleep. Thoughts grow softer, like sounds heard through a half-closed door. Boats drifting, pages resting, the mind loosening its hold, finger by finger. Nothing to prove, nothing to finish. Only this gentle slowing, this warm, quiet drifting. And as the river carries the last light boats away into the distance, and the book lies peacefully closed, the night draws around you like a soft blanket, and you are free to sink deeper and deeper. Into the stillness beneath all stories, the night is settling around you now, like a soft blanket drawn up gently under your chin. The edges of the day are blurring, growing quieter, like distant sounds slowly fading into the dark. Your body is already doing the work of unwinding. A little more softness in the muscles, a little more ease in the breath. In this calm space, nothing needs to be fixed or figured out. Nothing needs to be solved. For now, it is enough to be here, breathing, resting, letting the day fall away. If the day felt heavy or flat or simply long, that is all right. You made it through. You are here now at the softer end of it, where the pace can slow and your heart can have a little more room. Notice the rise and fall of your breath, slowly in, slowly out, like a small tide, lapping gently at the shore and then releasing back into the wide, dark sea. As the body unwinds, the mind might still feel full. Thoughts may move in and out, like people passing by a window. You do not have to invite them in. They can continue on their way while you sit quietly inside yourself. Somewhere beneath those thoughts, there is a quieter place. A place that remembers small, gentle moments. Not big events, not perfect scenes. Just tiny points of ease, scattered through the day or the days before. Let your attention drift there now, as if you are standing under a dark sky, and one small star appears, then another and another. Not bright, not dazzling, just soft, almost shy points of light. The first light might be a warm drink you had. Maybe it was tea or coffee, or a simple glass of water just when you needed it. Remember the feeling of your hands around the cup or the glass, the warmth or the coolness, the way your throat softened as you swallowed, a small, quiet relief. Another light might be the sound of a voice you like, someone who spoke to you kindly, or a laugh you heard, even from far away. Allow the sound to echo very gently in your memory, then fade again, leaving behind a soft glow. Some days it is hard to name anything good. That is all right too. You do not have to force it. You might remember only a moment that was not hard. A moment that was simply okay. The way your body rested in a chair. The way a door clicked shut and you had a breath of privacy. The feel of clean fabric against your skin. Each of these small noticings is like a smooth pebble in your hand. You do not need many, just one, then another, then perhaps one more. Imagine now that you are sitting beside a quiet path in the soft dimness of evening. By your side lies a small open space of earth and stone. You look down and you notice one smooth pebble near your hand. You pick it up and feel its weight, its calm solidity. This first pebble is a memory of a simple okayness from today, or from a recent day. Maybe you remember a moment when your shoulders felt a little lighter, or a time when you took a breath and no one needed anything from you for just a second. Hold that memory like the pebble, not squeezing it, just resting with it in your palm. Notice how it feels to remember. Not a rush of joy, just a gentle softening, a quiet, almost hidden comfort that says, yes, that happened. That small kindness was real. After a while, you may find another pebble within reach. Maybe this one is a kind glance you received today, someone meeting your eyes with understanding, or even just with simple human presence. You might not remember the words that were spoken, but you remember the feeling of not being completely alone in that moment. Let that feeling rest in your hand with the first pebble. Side by side, these tiny memories do not ask for attention. They simply exist, steady and real. Breathe in softly, as if you are breathing in their quiet glow. Breathe out gently, as if you are releasing the tension that says nothing good happened today. Because here, in your hand, are a few small proofs that something gentle did touch your day. Perhaps another pebble appears nearby. This one could be a sound you enjoyed, maybe leaves moving in the wind, or water running somewhere, or your own footsteps on a familiar floor. Remember that sound now, in a hazy, unhurried way. You do not need to see it clearly. Just let a feeling of it hover quietly in the background as you rest. Notice that your body may be softening a little more as you recall these things. The jaw loosens, the hands release, the breath has a little more space. Even if old worries or frustrations try to interrupt, they do not erase these small joys. They existed. They belong to you. They are allowed to stay. Now picture your hand, gently cupped, holding a few smooth pebbles. Each one is a tiny memory of enoughness. Not perfection, not constant happiness. Just small points where life felt not as heavy, where something eased, even for a moment. You do not need to name them all. Some may stay unspoken, just a sense of warmth, or relief, or a little comfort. Feel their weight against your skin. Notice how steady they are. They do not demand anything. They simply rest with you. Above you, in this inner evening, the sky is still dark. Yet as you breathe, the stars continue to appear. Tiny, quiet lights of memory and okayness. The way someone held the door open for you. The way a familiar object waited for you at home, in the same place as always. The way your body carried you through another day, even when it was tired. Let these lights be soft. No need to make them brighter than they are. Just let them shimmer gently, here and there, across the sky of your awareness. Not crowding, not overwhelming, simply present. If emotions arise as you remember, that is all right. You do not need to push them away or hold on to them. Let them move like clouds across this quiet sky. The lights remain. The pebbles stay cool and steady in your hand. Feel how these tiny memories begin to form a low, warm current inside you. Nothing dramatic, just a slow spreading of the sense that perhaps, today, there were small things that were enough. Enough to keep going. Enough to soften an edge. Enough to remind you that even on a hard day, there were little moments of okayness. Let that sense of enoughness rest like a gentle weight in your chest. Not heavy, comforting. A calm hand over your heart that whispers, you did what you could today. You were here, and in the middle of it, there were small, quiet joys. Stay with that for a few breaths. In, feeling the gentle glow of these memories. Out, letting the strain and harshness of the day slip further into the background. Little by little, allow the details of the memories to blur. You no longer need to see the cup, or the face, or the room. Just keep the feeling, the soft, lingering warmth, the sense that some things were kind enough, gentle enough, good enough. Your hand can now relax, as if the pebbles are resting not only in your palm, but in your whole body. Their calm weight spreads through your shoulders, your chest, your legs, all the way down to your toes. You are being quietly anchored by these small truths of the day. Nothing is asked of you now, not even remembering. The quiet joys have done their work. They can sink deeper, like little stars reflecting in a still lake, drifting down into the calm water. Allow yourself to be wrapped in this subtle warmth, not forced happiness, just a soft, steady comfort, like a blanket pulled gently around you. Let everything else fall away, the noise, the tasks, the worries, moving further and further to the edges. Here, in this gentle center of your night, it is enough to feel that somewhere inside, a few quiet lights are still shining. A quiet knowing that small moments of goodness did exist, and that they are allowed to stay close to your heart as you rest. Stay with this feeling of quiet glow, of calm weight, of simple enoughness, and let your whole being slowly drift deeper into the softness of the night. The day is slowing down now. The edges of everything are softer. Thoughts move more slowly. The body feels a little heavier, a little more ready to rest. Notice how the air feels against your skin. Maybe it is cool and gentle. Maybe it is warm and comforting. Whatever it is here, holding you quietly. Your breath is still moving, in and out, in and out. You do not have to make it happen. It knows what to do, even when you are tired. Allow yourself to feel the surface beneath you, the way it meets your weight, the way it supports you without asking anything in return. You are being held just as you are in this moment. Today may have been full and busy, or slow and a little empty. Things might have gone well, or they might have felt tangled and confusing. However it was, it is over now. Notice if your mind wants to replay the day. Small scenes, things said or not said, things done or left undone. All the little moments that ask quietly, was I enough? You do not have to push those thoughts away. You also do not have to follow them. You can let them drift past, like clouds that do not stay. You can rest behind them, in a quieter sky. Imagine, somewhere above you, a single steady star. Not the brightest, not the biggest, just steady. It shines whether anyone is looking or not. The star does not try to earn its place in the sky. It does not shine harder on some nights and less on others to prove anything. It is simply itself. Constant, present, enough. You are like that. You have a steady light inside you that does not depend on how today went. It does not fade because of one mistake. It does not grow only when you achieve something. It is there quietly in every breath. Even when the day is messy, you are still enough. Even when you feel unsure, you are still enough. Even when you doubt yourself, you are still enough. Even now, exactly as you are enough. Notice how those words land in your body, not in your thoughts, but in your chest, in your belly, in your shoulders. Maybe a small part of you relaxes. Maybe another part resists a little. Both are welcome here. You do not have to believe every word right away. You do not have to argue with it either. You can simply let the idea rest beside you, soft and quiet, like a warm blanket waiting to be pulled a little closer. In your mind, picture a tree, a simple, strong tree. Its roots sink deep into the earth. Its branches reach up into the sky. It has lived through many seasons. In the spring, it is full of new leaves. In the summer, it stands in bright sunlight. In autumn, its leaves fall away. In winter, it looks bare and still. Through every change, the tree is still the tree. The tree is not less itself when the branches are empty. It is not more worthy when it is covered in green. It remains what it is, rooted and whole, in every kind of weather. Sun or storm, warmth or cold. Just like that tree, you remain yourself through every kind of day. Busy days and quiet days. Days of laughter and days of tears. Days when you feel proud. Days when you feel lost. Your worth does not grow and shrink with your schedule. It does not rise and fall with your mood. It does not appear only when you are doing well. It is woven into you, unchanging, already here. Even when things are messy, you are still enough. Even when you feel unsure, you are still enough. Even when you think you should have done more, you are still enough. Even right now, with all that you carry, you are still enough. Let your shoulders loosen just a little. Let your jaw soften. Let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Feel how the body understands safety before the mind does. If any tightness remains, it does not mean you are failing. It just means you have been trying very hard, for a very long time. Trying to be good enough, trying to keep up, trying to hold so much. Here, you do not have to try. Here, nothing is being measured. No one is keeping score. There is nowhere you need to go, no role you need to play. Notice how the breath moves in your chest. Notice the rise on the inhale, the soft fall on the exhale. With each out-breath, you can let go of one tiny layer of effort. You might even whisper inside yourself, I am enough. Not as a demand, not as something to prove, only as a gentle truth that you are allowing yourself to touch for a moment. I am enough, even when I am tired. I am enough, even when I am not sure. I am enough, even when today felt heavy. I am enough, even now. Let these words move with your breath. With each inhale, I am. With each exhale, enough. Slowly, without forcing anything. If the mind answers back with doubts, that is okay. The doubts are just old echoes, old stories that once tried to keep you safe. You do not have to push them away. You also do not have to let them decide your worth. Imagine that steady star again, far above. Imagine that deep-rooted tree quietly standing. Feel how neither one is asking, "Did I do enough today?" They simply exist, present, true to themselves. You too are allowed to simply exist, to rest without earning it, to breathe without needing a reason, to be loved without having to perform. Nothing you did today can take that away. Not the things you forgot, not the words you wish you could change, not the moments you feel you fell short. None of it touches the place in you that is already enough. Nothing you did not do today can take it away either. Not the plans you postponed, not the dreams still waiting, not the tasks left undone. Your worth is not a checklist. Feel into the quiet underneath everything, under the lists, under the plans, under the thoughts about tomorrow. There is a stillness there that recognizes you. In that stillness, you do not have to be better. You do not have to be different. You do not have to have it all figured out. You are already the one who has walked through every day of your life so far. You are already the one who stayed. Softly, let your body receive that. You stayed. Through all the mornings and all the nights. Through all the beginnings and all the endings. Through confusion and clarity and everything in between. The part of you that stayed is enough. The part of you that keeps breathing is enough. The part of you that longs for rest is enough. The part of you that is listening now is enough. Allow yourself to sink a little deeper into where you are lying. Supported, held, nothing to fix, nothing to improve. Breath moving in, breath moving out. A quiet star shining above. A rooted tree standing within. A simple, steady sense of being here. You are enough when you are awake. You are enough when you are drifting. You are enough when you are sound asleep. Your worth does not switch off when your eyes close. As the body becomes heavier and softer, let the thoughts become lighter. They can float at the edges like leaves on gentle water. You do not need to follow them. You can just rest and be carried. Held by the bed, held by the darkness, held by your own breath, held by the quiet truth, whispering again and again, even now, just as you are already enough. The day has done enough for now. You have done enough for now. For a little while, nothing is being asked of you. Nothing needs to be solved or improved. Just this soft stretch of time, opening gently around you. Notice how the edges of the day begin to blur. Thoughts that felt sharp or important a few hours ago are already softer, already further away. They drift to the sides like clouds sliding across a dark sky. Here, in this quiet, the night feels close. Not empty, not cold, but warm and steady, like a soft blanket spread over everything. A calm presence, holding you without needing anything back. Feel your body resting where it is, supported, cradled by the surface beneath you. Nothing to lift, nothing to carry. Imagine that under you. There is a wide, still sea of night. Dark, gentle water, stretching endlessly in all directions. You are lying on something that floats there with ease. The water is warm and calm. It does not rock you with strong waves. It only sways the tiniest bit, as if breathing slowly. up and down in a peaceful, steady rhythm. Your body knows this rhythm. Some deep, old part of you remembers being rocked like this, safe, protected, with nothing to do but rest. Each time you breathe in, your floating body rises just a little. Each time you breathe out, you sink back into the soft support beneath you. Inhale, a small rise. Exhale, a gentle fall. Like a quiet lullaby, the water sings with motion. So simple, so slow. The darkness around you is velvety and kind. No harsh light, no busy shapes, no demands. Only a deep, soft night that accepts everything as it is. It accepts you as you are. You are not alone on this sea. You are carried by the whole night itself, by the hush of distant waves you barely hear, by the quiet pulse of the world slowing down. You do not have to stay alert here. Awareness can loosen, like a knot coming undone. Thoughts can slide in and out without needing to be followed. They can arrive and go, like little boats passing far away. If a thought appears, you can simply notice it as a tiny shape on the dark water. You do not need to climb into it. You can watch it float past, carried by the same gentle current that carries you. The mind might still try to stay busy for a while. That is okay. It has been working all day. It does not know yet that it can rest. Each soft sway of this night sea whispers that it is safe to slow down, safe to drift, safe to loosen your grip on everything you have been holding. Your shoulders can sink now, as if the water beneath you is rising up to meet them. Your jaw can soften, no longer needing to hold any words. The space between your eyebrows can smooth out. That tiny wrinkle of effort can melt. You do not have to think your way into rest. You are being rocked into it. Imagine the air around you growing thicker with comfort, like a dark, velvety cocoon. The night draws a soft curtain around you, quietly closing off the world beyond this moment. Here, there are no roles to play, no performance, no should or must or better, only a slow sinking into enoughness. You have done enough. You have tried enough. Even your worries are proof that you care, and caring is enough. Feel how your body responds to that knowing. Maybe your hands relax a little more. Maybe your chest eases, as if a gentle hand rests there, reminding your heart that it can slow down. The night holds you like a hammock, strung between two quiet trees you cannot quite see. The fabric is soft and warm. It cups your weight, supporting every curve, every line. There is the slightest sway in that hammock, barely there. A suggestion of movement, like the memory of being cradled. Forward and back, in tiny, dreamy arcs. Above, the sky is full and dark. Stars may be there or not. It does not matter. The darkness itself is enough. This darkness is not something to fear. It is a soft space where the world can let go, where even your thoughts become drowsy, heavy-lidded, slow. If you notice your attention drifting away from these words, that is perfectly fine. You are allowed to drift. You are allowed to hear these sentences the way you hear a lullaby, not catching every note, only feeling the gentle mood of them. You do not need to remember any of this. You do not need to follow along carefully. The night understands what you need, even when you do not put it into words. As you float, picture the day dissolving behind you. Scenes, voices, tasks, decisions. They fade into the distance, like a shoreline at dusk. You can no longer see the details, only the soft outline growing dimmer and dimmer. You are farther from that shore now, steadily, easily, gently carried by this calm, dark sea. The night keeps you afloat without any effort from you. Each breath out can feel like setting something down. The weight of a conversation, the echo of a worry, the tightness of trying to be enough. All of it can slip from your hands and sink into the quiet water below. The sea of night receives it all without judgment. It does not keep score. Notice how heavy your body feels now. Heavy in the best way. Like a stone resting at the bottom of a clear pond, finally allowed to be still. Thoughts may still come, but they arrive slower. They stretch out, lose their sharp edges, becoming hazy shapes you do not have to name. They pass through you like dreams you forget while waking. Between one breath and the next, you might feel you are hovering in a sweet in-between place, not fully awake, not fully asleep. This is a gentle doorway. You do not have to rush through it. You can pause here, floating, letting drowsiness wrap itself around you like a soft shawl. If part of you thinks it should stay in control, you can thank it quietly. Let it know that for now, the night is keeping watch. It can rest. You can rest. Every tiny sway of this imagined water, every slow rise and fall of your breath, rocks you deeper into trust, deeper into the sense that you are already held. Enough has been done. Enough has been said. Enough has been worried over. For this moment, being carried is enough. Feel the night under you like a wide, gentle hand. Feel the night around you like soft arms wrapping you in calm. You do not have to go anywhere. You have already arrived at the place where rest lives. A quiet harbor inside your own body, cradled by the dark, peaceful sea of night. If my words grow faint, they can simply become part of the background, like distant waves on a faraway shore. You do not need them to fall asleep. All you need is this slow breath, this heavy, supported body, this soft, warm darkness that asks for nothing at all. Let yourself float here, rocked by the quiet, held by the night, drifting gently toward the deep, silent waters of sleep. The day is fading now. Its edges are soft. Nothing needs to be held together anymore. Breath moves in. Breath moves out. Quiet. Simple. Enough. All around, the sense of the day begins to blur, as if a gentle mist is slowly rising. The sounds of everything that happened grow muffled and far away. Stories, conversations, tasks, all fading into a soft, hazy distance. Like footsteps on sand slowly smoothed away by the tide. Ahead, there is only this moment, this breath, this warm, safe place where the body can finally loosen and rest, where the mind can grow quiet without needing to try. Notice how the body feels as the day drifts back behind you. Maybe there are still a few small pockets of tension, little places that hold on, just a bit. They do not need to be pushed away. They can simply be noticed and allowed to soften in their own time. Imagine yourself standing on the very edge of the day. Behind you, the path you walked, all the choices made, all the things done and not done. A whole landscape of moments stretching back, growing dimmer and quieter. A light mist begins to close gently around that path, not hiding it in a harsh way, just softening the lines, softening the edges, making it harder to see the details and easier to rest. If the mind tries to turn around and look, the mist is there, kind, quiet, protective. The story of the day becomes blurred, like ink drifting in water, spreading out until no sharp shapes remain. Every inhale is like standing here, on this gentle threshold. Every exhale is a step away from the noise of the day, further into softness, further into quiet. Thoughts might still appear, little what-ifs, small doubts, echoes of conversations, They are just bits of the day, arriving late. They can float by like tiny leaves on a slow river. They do not need to be fixed. They do not need to be answered. They can simply pass. Notice how it feels to not follow them, to let them appear and drift and fade. No effort, no pushing them away. Just space around them until they grow quiet on their own. Behind you, the mist thickens. It curls softly around the scenes of the day, around the bright parts and the hard parts. Nothing is lost, nothing is forgotten. It is simply set down for now. Ahead, something else begins to open. A wider, deeper space, dark in a gentle way, like a clear night sky, calm, endless, welcoming. Imagine stepping forward into that open night. There is a sense of floating or gliding without weight. The body is safely resting wherever it lies, and yet some quieter part of you drifts free, held in a vast, warm darkness that feels kind. Tiny stars shimmer in the distance of this inner sky. Not bright or sharp, just soft points of light. Each one a quiet reminder that it is safe to rest, safe to be here, safe to let go. Nothing is asked of you in this space. No roles, no tasks, no expectations. No need to prove anything to anyone, in any way. Even the idea of needing to be enough can relax now. All the measuring, all the comparing, all the quiet questions about worth, they can grow drowsy and sink away, like stones resting on the bottom of a calm lake. Here, there is only being, breathing in the softness of the night, breathing out the last shreds of effort, feeling how the bed holds your weight so steadily, so patiently. Nothing you do can disturb its support. It simply holds. If a part of you still tries to hold on, that is all right. It is just a habit of caring too much for too long. Even that part is welcome. Even that part is allowed to grow sleepy. You might whisper inwardly, "It is done for today. Whatever was enough was enough. Whatever was not enough can rest. All of it can rest now." Notice the gentle rhythm of your breathing, how it moves like a slow tide, washing over the shore of your body. In, softening. Out, releasing. Over and over, without any effort from you. With each breath, the edges of your body may feel less solid, as if you are wrapped in a soft cloud, as if your outline is dissolving into the mattress, into the darkness, into quiet, held from every side. You do not have to listen closely anymore. You do not have to follow every word. These sounds can simply be part of the background, like a distant lullaby. Safe to drift away from, safe to forget. If sleep begins to pull you under, you are free to go. Nothing important will be missed. Nothing more is needed. You have arrived at the place beyond needing to keep up. Here, in this wide, gentle night, time loosens its grip. Minutes, hours, they do not matter. Only this feeling of floating in safety and warmth. Only this quiet sense that you are already enough, simply by being here breathing. The mist behind you has closed completely now. The path of the day is hidden from view. Not gone, just softened and put away. Like a book quietly closed on a bedside table. Ahead, the starry space stretches on and on, infinite and calm. A place where you belong without effort, where you are held without question. Breathing in, you touch this peaceful night. Breathing out, you sink a little deeper into it, down through layers of thought, down through layers of feeling, down into a stillness that has been waiting for you all along. If a stray thought appears, it can be wrapped in the same soft darkness, cradled, rocked gently, until even that thought falls asleep. Soon even the words may feel far away, like a voice heard through water, faint and soothing. You do not need to stay with them. You can let them blur and fade, just as the day has blurred and faded behind you. Nothing is required here, not even attention, not even awareness of how relaxed you are becoming. All of that can dissolve. Just this feeling of floating, this sense of being quietly, completely held, beyond effort, beyond the day, beyond any need to be anything at all. Let the night take you, slowly or all at once. Let the softness wrap around every last corner of you, thoughts thinning, breath slowing, body heavy, safe at ease. And now you may simply drift, far and gently, into the deep, quiet silence that is waiting for you. The night is here now, soft, quiet, holding everything that happened today in its wide, dark hands. The air around you is gentle. Your body is lying in a place that is safe enough to rest. You are already doing the only thing that is needed. You are here, breathing. Nothing more is required. Nothing more is asked. This is a moment where effort can loosen and slowly slip away. You have come far enough for today. Feel how the surface beneath you supports your weight. You do not have to hold yourself up. You can let the bed, the pillow, the blankets take that work from you. Little by little, your muscles understand. They loosen, they soften, they let go. Your breathing is a quiet tide. Coming in, going out. No rush, no pressure to do it right. Whatever your breath is doing now is enough. If thoughts are still moving through your mind, that is all right. They are just the last small waves of the day washing up on the shore. You do not have to chase them or push them away. They can rise and fall and fade while you lie here in the dark. You are the shore, still, steady, already enough. Nothing that happened today can change your worth. Not the things you finished, not the things you left undone, not the moments you are proud of, not the moments you wish had gone differently. All of it has already sunk into the past. And still, you are worthy of rest. Feel how the night makes no demands of you. It does not ask for apologies. It does not need you to explain. It simply wraps itself around you, the way a soft blanket wraps around tired shoulders. The dark understands that you are human, and that being human is hard sometimes. You are allowed to be tired. Let that truth sink in a little. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be exactly as you are in this moment. You do not need to be better first. You do not need to be calmer, kinder, stronger, or more organized. You are allowed to rest as you are. Notice the gentle contact of fabric against your skin, the slight warmth that is building where your body meets the mattress, the quiet weight of the blanket, or sheet, or comforter resting over you. These small, steady sensations are here with you. They are simple and kind. If your mind wants to wander back over the day, you can let it pass like scenes through a train window at night. You do not have to get off at any stop. You can simply watch the pictures drift by, growing softer, less sharp, less important with each breath. The train keeps moving. The night holds the tracks. You are just a passenger now, allowed to lean back and close your eyes. In this moment, nothing is expected of you. You do not have to fix anything. You do not have to solve anything. You do not have to prove anything. You are already enough to deserve this quiet. You are already enough to deserve this softness. Feel how your body responds when it hears that. Maybe your jaw loosens a little. Maybe your shoulders drop, even just a small amount. Maybe your hands uncurl. Even the smallest release is welcome here. The smallest sigh, the smallest settling. If the day was heavy, You do not need to carry its weight into your sleep. You can imagine placing it beside you for a while, like setting down a bag that has been on your shoulder for too long. You do not have to throw it away. You simply do not need to hold it right now. The night can watch over it for you. In this quiet, your worth is not on trial. It is not measured by your to-do list. It is not measured by your mood. It is not measured by how well you rested last night, or how well you think you will rest tonight. Your worth is something steady beneath all of that. Something that does not move when your thoughts move. Something that remains when everything else changes. Feel for that steady place, the way you might feel for the solid frame of a bed in the dark. You may not see it. You may not be able to describe it. But it is there. A quiet sense that, underneath all the noise, you are simply allowed to be, allowed to exist, allowed to take up space, allowed to be held by this night, by this bed, by your own breathing. Your breath continues, soft and calm, in and out, like a small wave brushing the shore, then returning to the sea. You do not need to count. You do not need to control it. You can just notice when it comes in, and notice when it slips away again. Each exhale is a small release, a soft letting go of the day, a gentle whisper of, enough for now. Let your exhale carry away a little of the tension each time, a little of the effort, a little of the noise. Even if your mind stays a bit busy, even if your body still feels restless, you have not failed at resting. Rest does not have to be perfect to be real. It can be uneven. It can come in small moments. It can arrive slowly, like the sky darkening, one shade at a time. You are already inside that slow darkening now. If sleep comes soon, that is welcome. If it comes later, that is welcome too. You do not have to force yourself toward it. You only need to stay close to this kindness toward yourself, close to this truth that your value does not rise or fall with how easily you drift off. You are allowed to lie awake and still be worthy. You are allowed to fall asleep quickly and still be worthy. You are allowed to wake in the night and still be worthy. Your worth is not fragile. It does not chip or crack with the shape of your night. It is whole, even when you feel worn thin. Feel how the room has its own stillness, how the shadows rest where they are, how the quiet sounds, near or far, seem softer now, like they too are getting ready for sleep. You are part of this resting world. You belong inside this softness. Imagine the night leaning close and placing a gentle hand over your heart, not to change anything, not to judge, only to offer warmth, to say in its own silent way, you have done enough for today. You have been enough, exactly as you were. Let those words settle wherever they land. They might settle in your chest. They might settle in your belly. They might simply hang in the air around you, like a quiet blessing. You do not have to believe them perfectly for them to be here with you. They are true, whether you can feel them yet or not. You are enough to deserve rest. You are enough to deserve ease. You are enough to lie here, without doing anything, and be held by the softness of this moment. Nothing you did today can take that away. Nothing you did not do can cancel it out. Let the edges of your awareness grow blurry, noticing less, efforting less, just floating a little in the gentle rhythm of your breathing and the quiet weight of your body sinking into the bed. If you drift, you drift. If you stay aware, you stay aware. Either way, you are resting in your own gentle worthiness. The night will take care of the rest now. Your body knows how to repair, how to soothe, how to soften, without you having to guide it. All you need to do is allow this moment to be simple. You your breath, the softness that holds you. Sink as deeply as you like into that, into the safety of just being here, held by the dark, wrapped in quiet, already completely quietly enough, just as you are.